Have you ever wondered how far the government would go to protect its secrets? A question you might have asked yourself at some point, and a question which is the central premise of the riveting movie, Enemy of the State. Our journey into the labyrinth of intrigue and espionage begins with a seemingly ordinary event. A congressman is killed. Yet, there's nothing ordinary about this congressman's death. Congressman Phil Hammersley, a man known for his staunch opposition to a surveillance bill, is found dead. The circumstances surrounding his demise are shrouded in mystery and suspicion. This incident isn't just a random act of violence. It's a clear message. It's a signal that dissent won't be tolerated, that opposition will be crushed, and that the government will stop at nothing to achieve its ends. It's a chilling reminder that in the world of politics, power and control are often the ultimate goals, and that sometimes those goals are pursued with a ruthless disregard for human life. The death of Congressman Hammersley sets the tone for the rest of the movie. It's the catalyst, the spark, that ignites a firestorm of events. It's the first domino to fall in a chain of dominoes, each one leading to the next, each one revealing a little more of the truth behind the facade of power and control. As we delve deeper into the story, we find ourselves drawn into a world of subterfuge and deceit, a world where nothing is as it seems, and where the line between friend and foe is blurred. We're caught in a web of lies and half-truths, and it's up to us to untangle the threads and uncover the truth. The death of Congressman Hammersley isn't just the beginning of our story, it's the call to action, the rallying cry that sets our protagonist on his path. It's the spark that lights the fuse of a thrilling chase for truth and justice. This shocking event sets the stage for a thrilling chase of truth and justice. Sometimes, being in the wrong place at the wrong time can change your life forever. Imagine going about your day, minding your own business, when all of a sudden, you're thrust into a world of intrigue and danger. This is exactly what happens to Robert Dean, an unsuspecting lawyer who's just trying to live his life. Dean's life takes an unexpected twist when he crosses paths with an old acquaintance in a lingerie shop. This seemingly innocuous encounter soon spirals into a chilling cat-and-mouse game he never asked to be a part of. His old friend, unbeknownst to Dean, is on the run, possessing a tape that exposes a high-level political assassination. In the midst of the chaos, the tape is slipped into Dean's shopping bag, making him an unwitting courier for a piece of evidence that could shake the very foundations of their government. This seemingly random act suddenly places Dean at the epicenter of a dangerous conspiracy, completely unaware of the storm that's about to hit him. The tape, a ticking time bomb in his possession, reveals a chilling murder, masterminded by none other than a rogue National Security Agency official. This revelation sets off a chain of events that will turn Dean's life upside down. And just as the waters of his life were beginning to calm, the ripple effects of this chance encounter begin to surface. Unbeknown to Dean, he's being watched, his every move being tracked by the very people who want the tape back. Little does he know that his life is about to be invaded, his privacy shattered, and his safety jeopardized. His world, once filled with courtroom battles and family dinners, is now replaced with secret surveillance, covert operations, and a fight for survival. With the tape in his possession, Dean is now a target, a pawn in a game he didn't sign up for. And just like that, an ordinary man becomes the enemy of the state. In the world of secrets and lies, no one is safe. This phrase rings true for Robert Dean, a successful lawyer who finds himself ensnared in the ruthless grasp of the National Security Agency. His every step, every word, every breath is monitored. His life, once a portrait of normalcy, is now a chilling game of cat and mouse. The National Security Agency, a gargantuan entity of power and control, is relentless in its pursuit. Their eyes and ears cover every corner of the city, watching, waiting, and listening. Their tentacles reach into every aspect of Robert's life, violating his privacy with a cold, calculated precision. It's as if the walls of his home, his office, even his own mind, have been infiltrated by unseen invaders. In this ruthless hunt, the surveillance is not just physical, it's a digital web spun with frightening efficiency. Robert's phone calls are tapped, his emails intercepted, his every digital footprint tracked and analyzed. The methods used to pursue him are sophisticated, relentless, and chillingly efficient. The technology we take for granted, the devices we consider extensions of ourselves, become weapons used against Robert. Every aspect of Robert's life is dissected and scrutinized. His family, his friends, his work. Nothing is off limits for the agency. The invasion of his privacy is absolute, leaving no room for him to breathe. The surveillance is so pervasive that it feels suffocating, a constant reminder of the life he once had, now replaced by an existence under the microscope. His life becomes a constant race, a desperate attempt to stay one step ahead of an opponent who seems to know his every move. The agency's tactics are ruthless, their determination unwavering. They will stop at nothing to get what they want, and Robert is their prime target. But the question remains, why Robert? What has he done to warrant such a ruthless pursuit? The answers are buried deep within the shadows of secrets and lies. And in this world, the truth is a dangerous commodity. In the blink of an eye, Robert's life turns into a living nightmare. The ruthless hunt has begun, and in this game, there are no rules. When the world turns against you, where do you turn? As Robert Dean's world spirals into a vortex of conspiracy and danger, a beacon of hope emerges from the shadows. Enter Brill, a former NSA agent turned rogue, who becomes an unexpected ally in Robert's fight against the unseen enemy. Brill is no stranger to the murky world of espionage and surveillance that Robert finds himself entangled in. A seasoned veteran of the game, Brill's expertise and experience prove invaluable to Robert, who is struggling to understand the depth of his predicament. Their dynamic is one of necessity, born out of desperation and shared adversity. Robert, the everyman turned fugitive, and Brill, the disillusioned ex-agent, make for an unlikely duo, yet it is their shared goal, their mutual determination to expose the truth, that binds them together. Brill brings to the table not just his knowledge of the NSA's inner workings, but also a deep understanding of the lengths to which the agency would go to protect its secrets. He helps Robert decode the labyrinth of lies and deception, and in doing so, reveals the terrifying extent of the conspiracy. Brill's presence in Robert's life is not just as a guide through the treacherous terrain of mass surveillance. He is a mirror to what Robert could become if he loses his way. A cautionary tale of the price one pays when they are deemed an enemy of the state. Their relationship is a testament to the human spirit's resilience in the face of adversity. Through Brill, Robert learns the importance of trust, courage, and the will to fight back. In this world where privacy is a myth and everyone is a potential enemy, Brill stands as a beacon of hope, a symbol of resistance against a system gone rogue. And so, in the darkest corners of this high-tech game of cat and mouse, an alliance is forged. An alliance that will challenge the might of the NSA and expose the chilling reality of a surveillance state. With an ally in Brill, Robert finds hope amidst despair. When pushed to the edge, would you crumble or fight back? Robert Clayton Dean, an ordinary man unwittingly entangled in a web of deceit and conspiracy, chooses the latter. With his life turned upside down, Robert transforms from a hunted prey into a determined fighter. The stakes are high, the risks even higher. Yet, his resolve is unshakable. In a world where power often equates to control, Robert finds himself stripped of both. But it's in this powerlessness that he discovers an indomitable spirit to fight back. His fear turns into motivation, his vulnerability into strength. He's no longer the clueless lawyer, but a man on a mission, determined to expose the truth. But what does this fight back look like? It's a meticulous plan, a calculated risk. Robert knows he's up against a formidable enemy, he's aware of the perils that lie ahead, but he's also cognizant of the fact that the truth has a power of its own, a power that can topple the mightiest of foes, a power that can shatter the most intricate web of lies. His plan? To expose the truth. The truth about a corrupt system, the truth about those who misuse their power, the truth that he, an innocent man, has been framed for a crime he didn't commit. It's a daunting task, one fraught with danger at every turn. But Robert is prepared to take the risk. With every step he takes, every move he makes, he knows he's playing with fire. He understands that one wrong move could mean the end, but he also knows that this is a fight he cannot afford to lose. He's not just fighting for his life, he's fighting for justice, for truth. The hunted has now become the hunter, the prey, a predator. Robert is no longer just surviving, he's fighting back. This is his story, this is his fight, and he won't stop until justice is served. Robert is no longer just surviving, he's fighting back. Every story has its climax, and this one is nothing short of explosive. Picture this: Robert Clayton Dean, an ordinary man, pushed to extraordinary lengths. After a relentless pursuit, a game of cat and mouse, he finally manages to turn the tables. But how, you ask? Well, it's not without a fair share of cunning and a pinch of audacity. Robert, armed with undeniable evidence of a crime that reaches the highest echelons of power, brings his fight to the public arena. He's no longer the hunted, but the hunter. He's gone from being a pawn in a deadly game to being the one who controls the board. The revelation is explosive, shocking the public into stunned silence. The truth, as they say, is stranger than fiction. The powers that be, those who once seemed invincible, suddenly find themselves under the harsh glare of public scrutiny. Their machinations, once hidden in the shadows, are now laid bare for all to see. The reaction is immediate and intense. The public, betrayed and angry, demand justice. The corridors of power echo with the sound of falling dominoes. One by one, the corrupt officials, those unscrupulous puppeteers who thought themselves above the law, find their world crumbling around them. The downfall is swift and merciless. Careers are destroyed, reputations tarnished beyond repair. Those who once reveled in their power are now on the run, their dark deeds catching up with them. It's a testament to the power of truth, its ability to shine a light in even the darkest corners. But even as the dust settles, there's a lingering question. What price has Robert paid? He's won, yes, but at what cost? The fight has taken its toll both physically and emotionally. It's a reminder that even when truth prevails, it's often a double-edged sword. In the end, truth prevails, but at what cost? After the storm comes the calm. The whirlwind of revelations, confrontations, and heart-pounding moments in Enemy of the State culminate in a breath of relief and a moment of reflection. In the aftermath of the revelation, Robert Dean's life is forever altered. The once unsuspecting lawyer who found himself entangled in a web of government intrigue is no longer the same man. He's sharper, warier, and far more aware of the world around him. This experience has undeniably left its mark, ingraining a deep-seated caution and skepticism towards the very system he once trusted. But it isn't just Robert's life that's impacted. The echoes of the revelation reverberate far beyond the confines of his personal sphere. Government surveillance policies, once shrouded in secrecy, are thrust into the harsh light of scrutiny. The public outcry following the exposure of these invasive practices forces a re-evaluation and subsequent modification of these policies. The government, in an attempt to regain public trust, pledges to ensure a more transparent and accountable surveillance system. Yet, the question lingers. How much privacy are we willing to sacrifice for security? This is a theme that Enemy of the State masterfully explores, leaving its audience to grapple with this complex issue long after the credits roll. It posits a chilling reminder of the delicate balance that must be struck between personal privacy and national security. In the end, the movie serves as a stark warning of the potential dangers of unchecked power and invasive surveillance. It highlights the importance of vigilance and accountability in a world increasingly dominated by technology and data. It prompts us to question, to scrutinize, and to demand transparency. As the dust settles on this cinematic journey, we're left with a sense of unease, a prickling awareness of the world around us, and a profound appreciation for the power of storytelling. Enemy of the State isn't just a movie, it's a chilling reminder of the thin line between privacy and security. So, what does Enemy of the State teach us? It's a thrilling ride, a wild chase through a web of surveillance and deception. The plot centers around an unsuspecting man, caught in the crosshairs of a ruthless government agency, and his unlikely ally, a former agent, both fighting back against an insidious system. The characters are layered, their actions and decisions a reflection of their desperate circumstances. From the relentless pursuit to the climactic revelation, the narrative is tightly woven, keeping you on the edge of your seat. But beyond the suspense and action, the themes resonate deeply. It explores the delicate balance between security and privacy, the extent of state power, and the importance of individual rights. In the light of today's technological advancements and the issues concerning privacy, the movie's relevance is even more pronounced. In a world where privacy is increasingly becoming a luxury, Enemy of the State forces us to question, who is the real enemy?